Alright, welcome back. I will be lucky if I can build this, but I am making progress on a modular building for tabletop RPG Star Wars Legion, which I don't play. I'm hoping to try it at Gen Con. But my friend was talking about the Star Wars dioramas, and shout out Jim. I know you're out there watching. And he was saying he's going to build Star Wars dioramas, and then we're going to play this game. So I wanted to take my hand at building something, a building for that. I've built other things with foam before, with XPS foam for a big Christmas Village project, and it was mostly just rocks and such. So it was very forgiving. But this is very precise, and measurements and things aren't my strong suit. But I think I've got a really good shape for the bunker from the Battle of Endor, and I made a long version of it. So I made the whole like a big pyramid of it, and then I sliced the bottom part so that I could use that as the top. There's a kind of a lip that goes over the top of the bunker. And I'm going to put that right there with some glue. And so I'm pretty happy with how that works. It seems like it's the right shape and size. I do have to cut a hole through in the middle because there should be a lid. You take the lid off, and then you can put your characters in there. So you have your Star Wars figures, or you could use any other type of figure. You could use it for Dungeons and Dragons or Warhammer or whatever. So you put your figure in there, and it looks like it could fit probably about 6 of them. I'm going to have a grid on the floor. But I have to cut a hole through the top and all the way up to the bottom and create a floor and create a lid for this. And the trick is, like, I don't really want to cut this up too much and compromise its integrity, but it does need doors, and those are kind of inset a little bit at, I'll use the 15-degree angle thing on here and slice a couple slices on this side. And since that'll be where the doors are, I can cut a line in the middle. And I'm pretty positive that's how I've seen it done. This project was inspired by a really cool build of the bunker from Endor by Chicken's Tabletop Crafting. So thank you very much to Chicken's Tabletop Crafting. I also asked them a question. He posted this video a couple years ago about building the Endor bunker on Chicken's Tabletop Crafting on YouTube. He posted it a couple of years ago, but I went in and sent a comment yesterday to ask him what type of material he used, because it just doesn't seem to be the same. It's not the XPS foam that I use, and it's not styrofoam. It's a type of insulation, though, that is available in Europe. So he answered me. It was amazing. It's been 2 years. It was really cool of him to still answer, or he or she, I don't know. And he or she, they, them, answered and told me what kind of foam it is. And I've looked online, and some people have found this other type of foam that's similar, and it's in Akron, Ohio, and they could ship it here, that sort of thing. So I might get better material, but in the meantime, I'm hoping this will work. I think that this styrofoam, if I use the spackle and coat it, it'll give it a nice smooth finish. Because, obviously there are lots of bumps and stuff on a styrofoam. And I'm hoping with the spackle, it'll smooth it out. I tried the spackle and XPS foam, because first I tried to make the bunker with XPS foam, and I didn't like how I have to use 2 pieces. It's not thick. But the one that I ordered from this model place in Akron, when I get it, I'll tell you who it is if I like it. But I don't remember their name, and I'll talk about it when I get that shipped if I build anything with it. But anyways, this is split down the middle, so I thought I'd try spackling over that to cover up the edges, and it worked pretty well. So if this doesn't end up working out with the styrofoam, I'm going to build it again with XPS, plenty of XPS foam around, and cover it up with the spackle, because that makes a pretty smooth surface and helps keep it stable. So that worked really well. But I'm hoping, hopefully I remember to test it on a different piece of styrofoam. But I'd like to see if I can spackle over this real thin, and then that would be better for painting. Otherwise, I could try gesso. Maria Elizabeth always talks about gesso, so I'll try gesso on it to smooth it out before painting it if I decide not to go with the spackle. Anyways, so now Chicken's Tabletop Gaming, when they made this, they cut a line right down the middle where the doors are, and I'm hesitant to do that because it's just exactly the right shape now, but I feel like I should just be brave, get as much in the center as I can, slice it in the middle, and that way I'll be able to cut out the space for the actual grid for the minifigures to fit. All right, so I've aligned the guide that comes with the Hercules 8500 at the mark of 70, and then, I'm sure that's what it's called, and then on the, so I counted actually the little grid marks, for those who aren't so great with the maths, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have it right in the middle. I put a piece of wood here that I wish were significantly heavier, but I'm going to hold on to that at the same time that I'm propelling this. Oh, and don't forget my mask, safety first. And let's see, is this too bright with that light? Let me try turning that table light off again. All right, that's a little better, I think. All right, and take off my nerd goggles and put on the safety goggles. All right, everything's lined up. I like to, since I've been getting a little bit better at this, I've learned that I can kind of, I said I'm better, now it's getting worse. I can kind of hold things steady and move it and test it out and see does it move smoothly. This doesn't move as smoothly as I would like it to. Maybe I'm holding this too firmly. Gotta kind of lean it on one side. The problem is this is an angled bunker, so it's not going to be perfect. I could lean it on one side. The line will still be straight, but it won't be exactly in the middle. So I think it's best to just try to use it by eye. It'll be close enough. Nobody really cares that much. Alright, let's give this a shot. Hold on to the wood. Looks like it's in the middle. Oh, I forgot to mark how far in I'm going to go. Oh well. YOLO. Oh, I got a foot cramp on the pedal. Foot cramp. Stop. Ow. 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 It's not the pedal's fault. It's a great pedal. Oh, that's funny. Ow. Toes are cramping. That's funny. All right. Seems like a good place to pause that anyways. I want a pretty thin wall so that there's plenty of room for figures. So the next challenge is going left and right, up and down. I did this yesterday. I should be able to remember how I did it. Let's see. That melted a lot more than I thought it would. All right. I think I can use the same guides in the same spots. Nope. We gotta back up. Yeah. But roughly the same spot. make sure you secure the guide again. It's happened a few times where I forgot to tighten it, and then I moved something and it shifted, and I spoiled the whole thing. Alright. I feel like I should be able to move this. Try to go straight up and straight down. Masks on. Table on. Wire on. Easy does it. Gently. Alright. Well, I hope I'm not making it so thin that it compromises the integrity of the form. We'll see. That went pretty well. Let's see if I can do the same thing on the other side. All right. Maybe we'll keep the back a little thicker just in case. All right, cool. Let's adjust the guide. Do you think because this thing can slide left and right that I could use this somehow and it would still do a straight line? Or will this make a slanty line if I pull straight down? Yeah, let's find out, because that would be a huge help if I could actually use this guide properly. I think that'll work. I should be able to, in theory, pull straight down and it'll continue the line straight. But if it seems to be going crazy, I'm just going to take my foot off the pedal. That's the beauty of this Hercules pedal table. It's awesome. Okay, let's try this. Mask on. Goggles on. I think that was a pretty straight line. Yeah, I think that worked with the slanty. I mean, if it's not perfectly straight, it's not like so noticeable that it wouldn't, like, it's worth the advantage even if it's not perfectly straight that way. Now the back here is straight, so I do have to straighten this out again. I like to straighten it out on a different line and then push it up to it. Should just be able to lean against the guide and pull it straight down. Anything's possible. Let's give that a try. I'm going fakie, using my left foot on this pedal this time. Okay. Phew, that's a beautiful line. That's why you buy this sucker. That is a nice looking line. Okay. This side again, a little bit slanty. The goal that I have is to push it just against the guides and then pull it down with this little. I don't want to do so much winging it, which I do all the time, but if I can rely on leaning on the guide, that's optimal. Okay, let's try this last line. Yeah! Woo! Feels good, doesn't it? Y'all like that? I like it. That is satisfying. Oh, wow. If you're thinking, should I get one of these tables and try this sort of thing? You should, because of how satisfying it is when you get that nice cut. Very satisfying. Love that. All right. Sometimes you get the little violin plucks there. Sorry about that. All right. Oh, what was that? What was that? What's going on? Okay. All right. All right, so this is the bunker. It feels strong, doesn't feel structurally compromised. Thank the force. All right, this is great. I'm really happy with this. I'm curious to see how many little squares fit in there. You know, you want to be able to fit a few characters. I was hoping for 6. So let's see. There's a grid here. This has ways all grid here. Okay. So let's see. The character fits in approximately 4 of these squares here. A little more. It's more like 3. 4, 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, definitely 6. Absolutely. That works. Yeah, that's dynamite. I just realized, though, there's still something about the shape of this bunker that's not right. I'm still missing some things on the sides. They're kind of like this. Not exactly this, but they're kind of like this on the sides. I guess I could glue them on. But the other thing would be to carve it into there, carve the shape. And I kind of like that idea better. That's going to make this really thin. I probably should have left this thicker if I was going to do that. It's thick on the bottom, though. I don't know if that matters. But if I wanted to do that, I would put this at 15 degrees, like the rest of the angles on the bunker. And then there we go. That side would work perfectly just like that. I wonder if I could just cut that a little bit to make that shape. Let me look at the picture of the bunker again here. Let's see. Yeah, it's got to have a little bit of an indent, and there's like a panel in there, and that's right where our heroes are tucked in during the battle. I could use something else for the doors, or replacement pieces. It really should be open. No, it doesn't have to be open because the pieces go inside when you take the lid off. So they should stay closed. This could be awesome, or I could really be bungling it by trying to cut such a small little section out. But it's worth it, because if it doesn't work 100%, I'll still do my gluing the thing on the thing instead. But it would be nicer if I carved it instead of glued. I'm going to try it. All right. Mask and the goggles. I'm going to try this. This one I'm going to do by feel. Let's see. So the line's there. I want to mimic it on the other side. So I'm going to keep this line at about 20. And try to do that one when this line's at about 22. 20 also. But that doesn't seem thick enough. Maybe I'll do one more over. I think that's better. Alright, let's try it. What I didn't realize as I tried to cut that, it was going to run into the other side at the wrong angle. Let's see what kind of damage I did to the beautiful thing I was so happy with. Doesn't quite cut it, so to speak. Literally does cut it, but I gotta try to clean this up. As you've seen from my other videos, this was so easy for me to do and get to this point though, so no big deal if I have to completely redo it because I tried this crazy thing I'm trying now. Actually not too bad. Kind of does what I wanted it to do. Right near the entrance, right near the crack there is the problem, the biggest problem. It's actually not bad. It's working out okay. Alright, well who knows how long this is going to take. I'm doing it little by little. Thank you all for watching. And we'll see you next time. We'll see if I completely destroyed it, which is possible. There's a reason why I say I would be lucky if I actually complete this and it looks good. I'm gonna keep working on it, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Like and subscribe.